are you filming?
I can be a professional artist full time.
Really?
I'm gonna get rich and famous, boy! I can see mountains. It's a madhouse in here.
Oh, you're asking about this giant bulge on my face? I am stoked.
Frolicking in the field.
Maybe this trip will have more of an effect than I know.
I felt my stomach drop at one point and my heart clench with pain when there was that snow and the wind.
Lane in Virginia. Here we go. I'm a little nervous going to Montana. 217,000 miles.
Feeling good about the way that we are going. Smiling brightly from the love that you are showing. I'll be on my way. I'll be back someday.
I've had a lot of time to think in the car. There was a lot of tears. I've certainly been working through things with my art career, and a lot of thoughts come up, and I guess I'm just like, ooh, trying to trust my decision. Because sometimes I wonder if I'm just doing busy work, but I also don't really know what the next steps are as an artist if I don't have my art with me. And I could just make more. I have a lot of art in Virginia, so why don't I just work with that? But no decision we make is like the end all be all, you know. It's not like, oh, this is gonna make me successful or this is gonna make me a failure, you know. It's just a step along the way. It's gonna be good for me in a lot of ways, I know, and I'm really working on believing in myself as an artist and as a professional and doing this wild thing. I mean, I feel like a wild woman. I haven't been able to hold down a job for so long, ever since my eyes have been open to what I know my passion is, what I'm supposed to do, but not only that, just open to the way the society is functioning and just not agreeing with it. I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, I can't have a job. I'm trying to say we all need to wake up from the system and realize there is a better way. And it might not be in our generation. It might not be in our lifetime. But somebody's got to start making the moves towards a healthier financial world. When I'm born into a rich system, and I'm blessed and privileged to be an American, and I don't even know the depth of those blessings because I haven't been around the world and seen how people live. But there is a level of stress that comes with being in this culture, that you have to make a certain amount of money to even be able to survive. So I think the healing for me is partially releasing the expectations that others have, as well as stepping into the identity of a professional artist who actually makes income. And stepping into that is not just some fantasy idea, it's actually acting like it. And it's actually making sales, therefore asking for sales. Therefore, go buy my art. I have beets to eat. Beets and beans. Day 2 on the road. Didn't get to do my morning routine stretches or painting, but I'll get back to it. Beets, beans, beets, beans, beets, beans. I didn't get to do my stretches because I slept in my car. I also have other food. Pumpkin seeds, apricots, almonds, bread, peanut butter, all kinds of things. I mostly eat plant-based, but I do still eat some dairy and sometimes eggs. Made it to night 2's resting place, my husband's parents' house. It's very, very nice. I wanted to do this trip in the wintertime because I'm nuts. No, but because I want to ski and I don't want to spend 8 days of my summer in the car. Like, the summer is just my time to relax. I love summer. And so winter seemed like the good time. And yeah, it just comes back to trusting my decisions and listening to myself. I felt like it was the right time. I'm going for it. I'm gaining confidence as I take action. I was watching like what to do if you hit black ice, and I was seeing videos of like these cars crashing, and I was like, don't look. I do not need this in my mind. So I didn't look, but I learned. The roads weren't too bad, but it was definitely snowing. And I was driving like gripping the steering wheel like, oh my gosh. But my first time going across the United States, I was going from Virginia to Colorado to ski out there, and that's where I met my husband. And there was a snowstorm so bad they had to close the interstate. And so story time, I went to a hotel and I bought the room, and then I went inside there and it was nasty and gross, and I was like 19 or 20 or something, and so I was like crying. My husband and I stayed in a hotel one time that the sheets literally had hair in them, and like it was dirty and gross, but it was late at night and we were tired, and that was just, we decided to sleep there. I think, I can't remember, but ew, man, people are willing to rip you off. Oh my goodness, 2 people have tried to scam me in the last 2 days. I put out a video recently talking about morality, and like it was just a little piece in a longer video, and I don't really know anything, but man, I just, every time I hear about humans acting in certain ways, it's like, why? I just can't believe it. I just can't fathom how humans can be so, you know what I'm saying. Day 3 across the states, I got to spend time with my niece and nephew, and we painted together, and it was a great rest day. Starting out, day 4, I missed my husband, and not even to my destination. Pumping gas at 4 degrees. Oh, it's cold. Cruise control stopped working. Lights on my dash came on, including check engine light. Held me up for about 2 hours trying to figure out if it was safe to drive or try to fix, but yeah, it's safe to drive, so here I go. Day 5, I think? Hard to keep track. Beautiful view of the giant river from Super 8. So nice to stay in a hotel. Sure, I could have managed in the car. It was only 15 degrees. You know, I got a mattress and a nice sleeping bag.
I just saw a billboard about Western art at Wall Drug. Wall Drug signs are very annoying. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it just reminded me of how this area out west likes Western art. And I grew up in the East, and I really think that my natural artistic tendency would sell a lot better over there. Even my whole color scheme is just completely different. It's amazing out here. I think I'm in South Dakota. Also, usually get the maps up before I get back to the interstate, because I can see myself being like Dumb and Dumber and going back the wrong direction. There are no cars on these roads out here. It's insane. It's just a totally different world out here.
Just got to Wyoming, cutting through the corner. It's definitely a snowstorm happening, but the interstate is open. That's all I care about.
Wow. I see massive mountains in the distance. I mean, this is where it gets exciting. You see mountains like that, it's like, oh man, absolutely just awe-inspiring. But I'm past that snow too.
I made it! Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm here. This took forever. I'm waking up in a very beautiful place with the sunshine, beautiful views, beautiful plants in the room. Oh, you're asking about this giant bulge on my face? You're wondering about this? Yeah. So the hotel I stayed at 2 nights ago was not as much of a relief as I thought. There were bed bugs, and I'm allergic to bed bugs, and I am very, 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 very upset and uncomfortable. Like, look at my arm. I want to take my nails and rip my skin off. Look at this beautiful view. Frolicking in the field. Frolicking in the field. Are those goats? Look. You guys are funny. Whoa, the goats are coming to me. Oh my gosh. This ranch is real Montana life. Not the tourist town ski world that I knew. I wish you guys could smell this right now. I love the smell of barns. It's a madhouse in here.
Hi, Rainbow. You're flat belly pigs.
Aw, look at you. Will they bite my fingers off if I put my finger in there?
No, they're pretty sweet.
Wow. The endless big sky. I'm staying with a friend who has kids, and I know that my presence here is so much larger than I could have ever imagined when I was making the decision to come out here. And they're in there waiting for me to come paint with them, and they're so excited. Happy to be here. I think that if you can help others, that feeling is just, there's nothing like it. But anyways, don't I look so pretty with this extra bulge on my face? Yeah.
Back in the car, 4 hours round trip to get the trailer. And yeah, excited to check it out. I'm just so thankful I could come out to Montana to get the trailer. Didn't have to drive across the country. Holy moly, I can see mountains right now. I feel like crying. I mean, I haven't seen them since I got here. And there they are in the distance. I mean, it's insane. It's so pretty. The snow on them. I just can't believe it. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so beautiful. It's Montana. Time I went to Beartooth Mountains, my friend invited me out on a camping trip, and it was June because there's snow there year round, and we went skiing naked. I went through this major shoot in between cliffs in shorts with no underwear on, and I fell, and like the snow, you know, just like goes right up your pants. Now I can see the crazies. I went backpacking with my friend there, and it was, I think, the summer after I got injured. Like, I was going very slow, and it was a short bit, and it took us all day, but I love my friend. I'm gonna see her. And she's a professional artist. Well, and since, you know, get her name out. Her name's Lori Lagerblum. She's an amazing caustic artist. But yeah, I've always really loved her friendship. There's the crazies. You would think that they are right next to the interstate, but it takes about an hour to drive over there just after you leave the interstate. The crazies are special because they are on private land, and that means it's super well protected. They let people come in and hike and stuff, but most of the crazies are inaccessible. I think there's very few trails that go in there. They just go into one part, and the rest is just complete wilderness. Well, probably one of the most significant pieces about these mountains are that the indigenous people who lived here prior to all the horrible incidences of history, when they were going through initiation from childhood to adult, they would go out into the crazies with no food and water. It's said that a native went up there and they saw a vision of people who had different skin tones and kill all the buffalo. And, you know, I saw a billboard on my drive out here that had kind of these arcade games where you were killing buffalo for fun. And I just think it's sad that we're still unable to see the detriment of that. There's my trailer. I am stoked
It's only $200 more than it would have been to rent one, and it's permanently mine. Homemade entirely from aluminum, so it's super lightweight. It's like it's not even as tall as me, so it's a little lower than my roof of my car. All this is pieced together with girl hands, which means weakling. My husband actually wired the lights in my car. Stay tuned for the rest of my trip in part 2.
And all I see is love.